Power, it doesn't beg, it doesn't wait, it takes. And in the underbelly of democracy, where ideals are paraded but rarely practiced, one man rewrote the rules. Frank Underwood. He doesn't play the game, he rewrites the board. But what kind of mind sees trust as leverage and love as liability? Tonight, we step into the psyche of a predator in a tailored suit. This is not just politics. This is Frank Underwood. Act 1. Origins of Ambition. Long before the Oval Office, there was nothing. Just a boy raised in Gaffney, South Carolina, surrounded by small dreams and smaller men. His father, weak. His world, insignificant. Frank learned early that power isn't inherited, it's hunted. And every insult, every closed door became fuel. And while others dreamed, Frank planned. And the plan was simple: never be at the mercy of anyone, ever again. Act 2. The Mind of a Predator. Frank Underwood doesn't react, he anticipates. Every conversation is a calculation, every gesture a test. Behind his southern charm lies a vacuum, not of emotion, but of restraint. To him, people are not friends, they are functions, leverage, currency, and when they've served their use, they vanish. Underwood exhibits high traits of Machiavellianism and antisocial personality disorder. He manipulates without remorse and rationalizes every decision through outcome, not ethics. Underwood's genius is not in deception, but in understanding exactly what others want and making them believe he's the one who can give it to them. Act 3. Breaking the fourth wall. Frank Underwood does something few villains dare. He includes you. With every knowing glance, every confession whispered into the void, he makes you complicit. He doesn't just show you his crimes, he lets you understand them. This is not just storytelling. This is seduction. A psychological ploy that forces you to ask, am I still the observer, or am I the accomplice? Act 4. Ruthlessness without limits. When others hesitate, Frank acts. There is no line he won't cross, no tie he won't sever. He poisons colleagues, sacrifices allies, destroys anyone who forgets the one rule of his world. He always wins. Frank Underwood doesn't just manipulate the system, he becomes it. He's not a man playing politics. He's a system unto himself. Murder, to him, is not evil. It's efficiency. Act 5. The Cost of Power. But power always demands payment, and even the perfect predator bleeds. Claire, his equal, his reflection, begins to drift. What started as shared ambition unravels into rivalry. And Frank, he sees it coming, but refuses to yield. This is the final truth of unchecked ambition. Everyone is expendable, even love. Act 6. The Final Move. In the end, Frank Underwood doesn't fall to a rival. He collapses under the weight of his own empire. Poisoned, erased, but not forgotten. Underwood's legacy forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. How easily are we seduced by strength? How often do we mistake ruthlessness for leadership? Frank Underwood wasn't a monster. He was a mirror. And what he showed us was ourselves. Frank Underwood is gone, but the system that made him is still alive, still hungry. And somewhere in the shadows, someone else is watching, waiting. Because in the game of power, there are no endings, only players.